Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. There's a certain kind of rider who doesn't chase top speed or boast about horsepower at every stoplight. Instead, they crave balance, reliability, and that hard-to-describe sense of satisfaction you get when a motorcycle becomes an extension of yourself. For those riders, Honda has long been a trusted companion. And with the arrival of the 2025 Honda CB500T, the brand leans heavily into that philosophy once again, reviving a name that echoes from its 1970s twin-cylinder roots, while delivering a thoroughly modern, middleweight street machine built for today's riders. The CB500T isn't about overwhelming numbers or flashy gimmicks. It's about pure, timeless motorcycling, made better, more refined, and more rewarding than ever. The 2025 CB500T builds on Honda's successful 500 platform that's already won the hearts of riders across the globe in its CBR 500R, CB500X, and Rebel 500 forms. But the CB500T carves its own path with a distinct flavor. A mix of classic roadster charm and subtle café styling, all underpinned by modern engineering. It's the kind of bike that turns heads not because it screams for attention, but because it's composed, elegant, and quietly confident. Right away, the stance grabs you. The proportions are perfectly dialed in, as slim at the waist, broad in the shoulders, and sitting on a set of wire spoke wheels that immediately set it apart from its cast wheel siblings. It's retro, yes, but it's not trying to be something it's not. Honda has struck a careful balance here, giving the CB500T a silhouette that hints at the past but is unmistakably planted in the present. Powering the CB500T is the same tried-and-true 471 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine found across the 500 series lineup. This DOHC, liquid-cooled, 8-valve motor delivers around 47 horsepower at 8,600 RPM and 43 Nm of torque at 6,500 RPM. While those numbers might not make headline news, the real story is how this engine delivers its power. Smooth, linear, and accessible across the rev range. It's the kind of motor that doesn't intimidate but still offers enough grunt to make spirited rides a joy, especially in twisty backroads or weaving through urban traffic. The dual balancer shafts reduce vibration, making it one of the smoothest engines in the sub-500cc class. It feels alive without being rowdy, refined without being sterile. What's new for 2025 isn't just the styling. Honda's engineers have made subtle tweaks to the fueling and gearing to give the CB500T a slightly more torquey feel off the line, which complements its street-focused persona. The bike feels punchier in low and mid-range revs, ideal for city riding and occasional weekend escapes into the countryside. Pair that with Honda's impeccable throttle response and a featherlight slip-and assist clutch, and you have a bike that's incredibly forgiving for beginners while still satisfying for seasoned riders. The 6-speed gearbox shifts like a dream, with positive engagement and no surprises, which is exactly what you want in a daily rider. In terms of handling, the CB500T walks a fine line between agility and stability. The steel diamond tube frame has been retuned for increased torsional rigidity, lending the bike a more planted feel when cornering aggressively. Front suspension is handled by a Showa SFFBP, separate function fork, big piston, $41 million fork, borrowed from the sportier CB500F, which offers impressive feedback and damping control. It's not overly firm, nor is it soft, it sits right in that sweet spot for urban roads and light touring. Out back, you get a preload adjustable monoshock, tuned to keep the rear end composed without compromising comfort. This is a bike that invites you to lean into every corner, offering confidence without punishing feedback. Braking is another area where the CB500T steps up. Dual 296mm front discs with Nissan twin-piston calipers now replace the single-disc setup found on earlier 500s. This upgrade gives the CB500T improved stopping power and better heat dissipation. At the rear, a single 240mm disc with a single piston caliper gets the job done with minimal drama. ABS comes standard, as expected, and it's well calibrated to avoid premature engagement while still providing a safety net when conditions turn sketchy. Then there's the ergonomics. Honda has taken great care in designing a riding position that feels natural and versatile. The handlebars are slightly raised and swept back, placing the rider in an upright yet commanding posture. The foot pegs are mid-set, offering a neutral leg angle that's neither cramped nor too stretched. The seat sits at a manageable 790 mm, making it accessible to a wide range of riders, and its padding is plush enough for longer rides. Honda's attention to rider comfort is evident here. Whether you're commuting through a congested city or cruising along a scenic coastal road, the CB500T ensures you're doing so in comfort and control. The instrumentation is a neat digital LCD unit, similar to the one used in other 500 series bikes, but updated with improved contrast and visibility. It displays all the essentials: speed, revs, fuel gauge, gear position, trip meters, and even a shift light without overwhelming the rider with unnecessary data. It's straightforward and functional, echoing the CB500T's entire ethos. Lighting is fully LED, with a circular headlamp that nods to the CBs of yesteryear while incorporating modern performance and style. The indicators are slim and neatly integrated, and the taillight has that clean, minimalist look that completes the bike's visual flow. The paint options, too, reflect the CB500T's mature yet stylish character. For 2025, it's available in 3 distinctive colors: matte laurel green metallic, pearl smoky gray, and a beautiful candy red that gives the bike a more extroverted edge without being loud. The finishes are deep, with metallic flake visible in sunlight, and the quality of paintwork and detailing is classic Honda: flawless, consistent, and premium. One of the unique features of the CB500T lies in its identity. It doesn't try to compete with scramblers, cruisers, or aggressive nakeds. It's a standard motorcycle in the purest sense of the word. And in a market increasingly segmented by niche subgenres, that's actually quite refreshing. It offers real-world usability, affordability, and just enough character to make you fall in love with it ride after ride. The use of wire-spoke wheels mounted on tubeless-compatible rims is another touch that blends retro aesthetics with modern practicality. These wheels not only enhance the bike's visual appeal but also improve ride comfort and flex over uneven surfaces, adding a slight give that improves traction and overall feel. In terms of fuel economy, the CB500T is frugal. Honda claims an impressive 70 miles per gallon, around 3.4 L/100 km, depending on your riding style. With a 17.1-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a real-world range of over 300 kilometers before needing to refuel, making it an excellent choice for those who value efficiency and low running costs. Maintenance is easy, too. The engine is understressed, valves don't need constant checking, and Honda's reputation for bulletproof reliability holds firm. Whether you're a daily commuter or a weekend rider, the CB500T won't burden you with high upkeep or expensive parts. For 2025, the Honda CB500T is priced at approximately $6,999, which positions it extremely competitively in the midweight standard market. It undercuts many of its rivals while offering superior build quality, Honda's famed reliability, and a genuinely enjoyable riding experience. And while it may not carry the performance edge of a high-revving twin or the off-road chops of an ADV bike, it offers something just as valuable: an honest, refined, and immensely rideable motorcycle that feels like a friend more than a machine. So if you're looking for a motorcycle that combines modern reliability with timeless design, a bike that respects your wallet without compromising your experience, and something that feels as good standing still as it does in motion, the 2025 Honda CB500T deserves your attention. It's not trying to be the loudest or the fastest. It's trying to be the best at what truly matters, giving riders a pure, enjoyable, and authentic experience every time they twist the throttle. In that mission, it succeeds beautifully.